Tiga. Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to our lecturer, sir. So today we are from group 1, which is me, Dayang INSYIRAH, with my others members, PONNISAHAA, HERNIYANTI and SYAFIEKAH. We would like to give a presentation regarding our assignment 2 of Strategic Management, BMG 20803. So without wasting any time, I will pass the slide to PONNISAHAA to give the introduction for this assignment.
Hi sir, PONNISAHAA here. Today we are going to present our final project. So moving on to the introduction, actually we are choosing a Samsung company for this final project because Samsung is one of the largest technology company in the world. It's founded in 1969 in South Korea. It has a worldwide range by product including smartphones, television, semiconductor, and also global scale. So, and also has 2024, the Samsung employ over 266,000 people across more than 80 countries. So, for example, the best known Galaxy smartphone, which is a complete direct with other leading brands. And also, additionally, it's a manufactured compound by the companies like Apple and also Tech Gain. So, moving to the next slide. Next, guys. Okay. Here about the global expansion and also present. So the Samsung is an operated factory and also research development under R&D. So it's center various of country including Vietnam, United States, and India. The company is tailored itself a product human resources strategy aligned with the local market and also culture expectations. So, for example, Samsung factory in Vietnam produces smartphone premiumly for the Asian and also European markets, while the R&D team in India focus on developing a software feature that cater to local users and preference. So why we choosing the Samsung? So Samsung is the larger company and also having a culturally diverse workforce and also leader in a global innovation under R&D. So it's facing a real time of IHRM challenges and also perfect case for explore and strategy talent solution. Next.
Okay, move to the next part, which is my part. My name is HERNIYANTI binti MOHAMMAD ARIFAI. I will continue my part, which is cross-cultural management practices at Samsung. The first one is expatriate leadership, which is one of Samsung long-standing practices is deployment of Korean expatriates to lead overseas subsidiaries. This strategy ensures alignment with corporate goals, maintains cultural consistency, and upholds Samsung's operational standard. The next one is global mobility and international assignments, which is Samsung actively supports international mobility programs to develop global talent. Employees are encouraged to take on international assignment that expose them to different market and cultural environment. The next one is Global HR Academy and Cultural Training, which is the Global HR Academy plays a central role in Samsung's cross-cultural training initiatives. The academy provides leadership development programs, intercultural awareness training, and also strategic management courses tailored for international managers. Next is local talent integration, which is while expatriate leadership remain dominant in many regions, Samsung has gradually increased efforts to recruit and develop local talent. And the last one is promotion of corporate culture, which is Samsung places a strong emphasis on instilling its core philosophy, often referred to as the Samsung spirit, into all levels of the organization. So I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Herniyanti. So I'm gonna present my part, which is international staffing. And the first one is staff host country national, and third country national are employed according to job and region, which is, for example, for some position, they send Korean employee, which call parent country national to manage. In other places, they hire local people, host country national, or people from other country, which is third country national to match the needs of the region. And the second one is Korean occupy key position in overseas arms for the purpose of keeping company strategy and culture intact, which is important jobs in other countries are often given to Korean staff. This helps Samsung make sure that their goal strategy and work culture stay at the same everywhere in the world. And the third one is parent company control global staffing to ensure smooth coordination with its 70 international office. Samsung use a centralized staffing system. This means the head office in Korea make most of the decision about who get hired or transferred. And the fourth one is expatriate staff are supported in terms of training, housing, education of children, and return, which is Samsung give them training before they leave, helps them find a place to live, support their children education, and assist them when they come back home to their home country. And the next is global leader are met through leadership tracks, which is global mobility and HR conference, which is Samsung runs special programs to train future international leaders. So this program allow employees to gain experience in different countries and improve their leadership. And the last one is local staff have minimal power to make decisions in R&D planning, which is most of the important planning or research work is handled by Korean staff, and this can sometimes make local staff feel less involved or less motivated. And move to the next part, which is global talent acquisition and retention. The first one is localized recruitment strategy, which is Samsung adjusts its hiring strategy based on a local condition. In places like South Korean and Indian, where many graduates are available, Samsung team ups with university to provide internship. And the second one is use of technology, which is Samsung use technology to improve hiring. They use applicant tracking system to manage job application and track candidates. And the second one and the third one is diversity and inclusion initiative, which is Samsung works to build a diverse team. They hire people from different backgrounds and culture. In 2022, 45% of new hire were women or from underrepresented groups mentioned by Samsung Sustainability Report 2023. And the last one is recruitment process. Samsung use fair and quick way to evaluate job candidate. They use structured interview and clear criteria to choose the best people. And the recruiters also get training to understand the different culture. That's all for my part, and I'm gonna pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Hanis. So here we are moving with global performance management. So the current practices is related to Samsung uses structure approach to perform the management by conducting a regular review. Employees' goals are set. For example, they are setting goals and also they are reviewing by how the progression is go. And also the progress will evaluate it, and it's help to align with the individual output with the company's objective. If the employees are following or not. Okay, the high-performing employees are rewarded with the bonus and also promotion with to motivate to excellent and also retain talent. For example, an engineer who successfully meet and exceed their KPI may be promoted and offer opportunity for the further training also and also exchanging their skills. So moving to the fifth fifth issue is international training and development. So Samsung also invests in employee development via leadership programs and also international assignment and e-learning performance of Samsung. Samsung is having the Samsung HR Development Center, which is SHRDC, the focus and grooming further global leader programs, while the online performance also ensure the skills developed in accessible by worldwide in a real time. Okay, just now I mentioned about the program that HSRDC is run a structured leadership session, and also employees globally can exchange their skills to the Samsung digital learning modules. For example, their support to exchanging their skills and also development for the technology company for the under Samsung. Next.
Okay, thank you, Pony. And now we move to the legal and ethical considerations in global HRMs. Okay, so we move to the of consideration. So basically, the multifunctional corporation as Samsung company is a function in multiple countries which apply separate legal rules for employment practices. So labor law and regulations throughout all the jurisdictions represent all essential legal aspects for Samsung to consider when implementing global human resource management. So the company must follow the legal requirements, including the payment of minimum wages, together with the required working time regulation while maintaining health and safety conditions and preventing discrimination practices. So on behalf of ethical considerations, Samsung maintains a strong ethical commitment to corporate social responsibility through its sustainable business practices, which guides its to global human resource management strategies. So the various strategies program exists which aims to enhance the diversity and inclusion throughout the Samsung workforce. So the organization creates the programs that works to enhance leadership positions for women while currently developing minority group support networks. So the company maintains a commitment to ethical sourcing and supply chain management through the mandatory supplier adhere to ethical labor restriction that ban child labor and forced labor. Next.
Okay, we move to the next part, which is key challenges in international HRM. The first one is cross-cultural management. For the key challenges for this cross-cultural management is the first one is cultural clashes, which is Samsung's traditional business culture is heavily influenced by Confucian values, which emphasize hierarchy, seniority, and collectivism. In contrast, many Western countries prioritize egalitarianism, individualism, and decentralized decision making. Next one is communication barrier. Like language and communication styles pose another significant obstacle. Samsung internal communication often relies on indirect expression and high context communication, typical in East Asian cultures. The next one is resistant to localization, which is a central challenge is the limited autonomy given to regional offices. The dominance of Korean leadership and practices sometimes lead to the perception that local staff are undervalued or excluded from strategic decisions. And the last one is expatriate and adjustment issues, which is while expatriates are essential for knowledge transfer, they often face adjustment difficulties in new cultural environments. Without sufficient cultural immersion and support, expatriate leaders may struggle to understand local markets or build trust with local teams. This can diminish their effectiveness and increase the risk of assignment failure. Thank you. I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Herniyanti. So the key challenges about international staffing, the first one is cultural differences, which is, for example, in Korea, Samsung teams care about teamwork and harmony, but in the US, people focus more on personal success. So if the employees don't understand these differences, it can cause misunderstanding, agreements, and poor teamwork. And the second one is retention of host country and nation, which is Another challenge is keeping local employee is also called HCNS. In competitive job market, Samsung must work hard to attract and keep local talent. A study by SHRM showed that good retention strategy help reduce people quitting and increase satisfaction. Samsung need to offer a good salary, career growth, and supportive workplace. And the third one is integration of third company, which is TCNS may face language problem and culture shock when working in a new country because they might not understand the local culture or workplace habits. And the last one is expatriate management, which is they feel stress adjusting to the new culture. Their family may struggle to settle and they worry about their future career if Samsung does not help expatriate may quit early or not perform well. And for the global talent acquisition and um, retention, the first one is talent shortage, which is Samsung face a shortage of skilled workers in areas like technology and engineering, especially in the global semiconductor market. There are not enough experts to meet the high demand mentioned by SIA 2023. Because of this, Samsung need to invest more in training program. And the second one is employer branding, which is a strong employer brand helps Samsung attract top talent worldwide. Samsung is known as a tech-focused company that supports employee training and growth. So according to the Glassdoor, 79% of job seekers check a company brand before applying. Samsung consistent image across country make it easier to hire diverse talent and stay as the top employer. And the third one is technological integration. Samsung faced challenges using advanced recruitment technology in a different country. In some places, the technology and digital skill are not strong, so tools like ATS applicant tracking system may not work well. And the last one is language barrier, which is language differences make it hard for Samsung to hire the right people globally. Misunderstanding during interview can affect how candidates are judged. To solve this, Samsung hire bilingual recruiter and give training to make communication and clear and smooth with all job applicants. So I move to the next presenter.
Thank you, Anis. So moving to the global performance, yeah, we are going to see how the challenges has happened. Okay, the first one is under performance management. It's all about Samsung is an encounter problem that ensuring fairness and also consistency in a performance evaluation across the different culture due to various expectation and also work norms. So in addition, the labor dispute a risk related to perceived and unfairness in bonus and also distribution. It's always impacting the employee's moral. Okay. Example, in 2024, thousand of unorganization workers in South Korea is a protest to demand more transparency on how the bonus were awarded, and also highlight the dissatisfaction with the current system. So moving to the next topic, it's about the international training development. So the challenges under this issues is training programs do not always maintain equal and quality across the country due to local resources different and also infrastructure. So moreover, it's difficult in measuring how trained the translator into improve job performance, which is challenges to affect the investment decision. Okay, for example, the employee in a base in Brazil may lack of access to same of caliber of leadership and training as those in South Korea is a potentially limited in the career growth. So next, Dayang.
Okay, thank you, Pony. And now I will explain about the legal and ethical considerations through the key challenges. So the first point on the legal consideration, we have 3 points, which is the first one is a compliance with the international labor laws. So basically, as a multinational corporation, Samsung struggles to meet the extensive array of labor laws that exist in different areas where business operations take place. So every jurisdiction implements a different rules regarding employment contracts, together with the workplace standards and payment rates and employer benefits. So number two is the navigating employment discrimination laws. So the employment discrimination law across different geographic regions presents a major hurdle for Samsungs to overcome as they differ substantially between regions. So the companies operating in the United States must follow the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's guidelines to stop discriminating based on 5 factors, including religions and race, as well as color and sex and national origins. So number three is the data privacy regulations. So the Samsung must follow the general data protections regulation GDPR laws in the Europe, because this protocol demands strict data handling and transfer rules. To safeguard data, Samsung needs to develop fully protected data systems and teach staff members about the data protection standards. So non-compliance with regulation results in significant financial penalties as well as harm as the reputation of the organizations. We move to the ethical consideration parts, which is the first point is the fair labor practices. So the ethical management of workers' practices poses a major difficulty to Samsung because it runs its operations across the different countries where labor laws and economic development vary. So the proper payment of workers combined with a reasonable workplace requirement plays a dual role in legal compliance and maintaining ethical performance. Sorry, not performance, but the platforms. So number two is the cultural sensitivity and diversity, which is basically Samsung operations demands that the company handles people from various cultural backgrounds who works together with its forces workforce. So the integration of the diverse employees throughout the company faces ethical problems from both cultural sensitivity and workplace inclusivity. So the Samsung needs to build an organizational structure that honor the respect all personnel regardless of their cultural origins. So number three is the corporate social responsibility, which is CSR. So basically, Samsung responsible for delivering corporate social responsibility at ethical levels. So the company plans the environmental sustainability projects together with social development program and ethical procurement of production materials. So the combination of the profit generation with CSR initiatives poses a demanding task, yet it remains essential for preserving public trust as well as the meeting corporate social expectation towards societies. Now I move to the next member.
Okay, so thank you, Dayang. I will start with my point, which is strategic proposal for improving IHRM practices for cross-cultural management. The first point, we have developed local leadership pipelines, which is Samsung should invest more aggressively in identifying and nurturing local leaders in each region by providing transparent career pathways, localized leadership training, and mentorship programs. The company can cultivate regional executives who are both culturally competent and aligned with corporate objectives. The second one is cross-cultural mentorship and exchange, which is implementing cross-cultural mentoring between expatriate and local leaders can facilitate mutual learning. This fosters cultural sensitivity, builds trust, and also enhances collaboration. The next one is flexible cultural adaptation, which is Samsung should consider decentralizing certain cultural and strategic decisions to allow regional offices to integrate core values with local practices. And the last one is expand language and cultural training, which is comprehensive language training combined with cultural awareness workshop should be mandatory for both expatriates and local employees. And that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
So thank you, Herniyanti. So strategic proposal for international staffing is enhanced cultural training, which is Samsung need to give cultural training, especially to those working in other country, which is to understand culture differences, respect other communication style, and learn local custom. And the third one is tailor retention strategy for host country national, which is attracting and keeping local employee is the key for Samsung's success, which is offer competitive pay that match the local market, give promotion opportunity, help with work-life balance. And the third one is comprehensive support for expert expatriates, and which is managing expatriate will is key to their success in international roles, which is Samsung should offer relocation help, provide family support, have cultural orientation programs, and regular check-ins and mentoring by experienced expatriate will also help newcomer adjust. And the fourth one is establish effective communication channel, which is effective communication is crucial for working with a global team. So for Samsung, it's important to set a clear communication channel, use a common business language to help everyone understand each other. And for the global talent acquisition and retention, which is enhanced employee branding initiative, which is Samsung should promote itself a great place to work by sharing company value, employee story, and innovation. And for the last one is integration of advanced recruitment technology. So top company use AI and smart tech to improve hiring. So McKinsey 2023 said AI can cut hiring time by 40% and help find better candidates. So I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Anes. So moving to the global performance management. So here we have a strategy proposal for this topic, for these issues. So to address these challenges, Samsung could develop the undefined global performance frame that balance with the respect for a culture specific and value while maintain the shared organization principle and also increase the transparency via digital HR tools would enable the employees to have a better understanding how they're performing and also giving a performance based on the rating lah. So and also the bonuses are driven and also exchange hand changing trust and fairness. So to avoid this kind of issues, better we create a global performance frame to embracing a culture variation with a common standard and also utilize the performance like a SAP success factory to clarify the performance and also rating based on the rewards and also division. So moving to the international training and development. So here the Samsung should implement the standardization of a global learning management system, which stand is LMS, that can be located to meet a regional and also need enabling uniform to access to train the resources. Furthermore, tracking the metric like post-training performance, satisfaction, and also retain would support the data-driven and also to took a better decision to improving the training outcome. Okay, for this, I better suggest adopt a global LSM to to perform in a platform with a flexible location. And also second one is a measure KPIs related to training and also impact, such as a performance improvement and also employee retention. So next, Dayang.
Okay, thank you, Pony. So now we move to the strategy proposal on behalf of legal and ethical consideration in global HRM. So basically, the global human resource management strategy proposal for Samsung consists of following both international labor law requirement and the employment rules of each individual local markets. So the company needs to Please to understand that various employment law that determine minimum wage policies and occupational health guideline in addition to workers' contract and hours regulations. So every employment practices within Samsung business operation must follow both International Labour Organization conventions and local labor laws from the region where the company conducts business activities. So the ethicals on ethical behalf, the strategy proposal for ethical business conduct a prioritize diversities alongside both equity and inclusions throughout the multinational corporations. So the approach establishes a work environment that highlights diverse viewpoints through a culture which defends differences and give impartial chances to all staff without prejudice towards their gender or ethnic background or nationalities. So the company provides an extensive leadership development program which focus on the building virtues to integrity alongside respect and fairness within its worldwide leaders. So the company delivers a training program that help develop leaders to handle the ethical challenges alongside the supporting company principles. So the company supports numerous channels for workforce communication where engineers burdened by unethical conduct can present their issues safely. So next.
Okay, for the critical evaluation and justification of the purpose strategies is for cross-cultural management. The first one is Samsung cross-cultural management strategy demonstrates a strong commitment to global consistency and corporate integrity. And the next one is Samsung has made commendable strides in localization and employee development. These efforts they're sometimes undermined by the centralized decision-making structure and the dominance of Korean leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, Herniyanti. So for international staffing is the first one is the importance of cultural awareness, which is cultural awareness is crucial for Samsung's success in the global market because culture affect how people communicate, make decisions, and work together. And the third one is utilizing host country national, which is Samsung use host country national in their staffing. HCNS know the local market custom rules and which help Samsung do business well. And the third one is the role of expatriate in Samsung strategy, which is Samsung expatriate strategy helps grow global staffing, which is expatriate brings special skill and global knowledge, and also they help share best practice and keep quality high. However, they also often face culture shock leading to the poor performance, so Samsung should offer cultural training, relocation, help, and family support. And the fourth one is effective communication. Effective communication is the key for Samsung in global operation. So misunderstanding happen because of different communication style and language barriers. Nearly 2030 said that clear communication strategy leads to better success. And for the global talent acquisition and retention, so the first one is enhance employer branding. So Samsung must build a strong employer brand. So by showing its value and work culture through smart branding, it can attract top talent. And for the third one is integration of advanced technology. So investing in AI-driven recruitment technology will make the process faster, fair, and better at matching candidates. So, but however, it should be used to support human decision, not replace them. Thank you. So I will pass to the next presenter.
Thank you, Anis. So moving to the global performance management. So just now I suggest better we have for the evolution, better we have a global performance framework. It can develop the unrefined yet cultural and also performance framework that can help to address the challenges of fairness in evolution to diverse workforce, and also it's a balanced standardization and also flexible, allowing Samsung to honor the culture difference while they maintain a consistent organization and expectation. This is aligned crucial because ignore a culture context could reduce the employee motivation or cause a misunderstanding. As unseen in the culture variant, the review focus on a teamwork in a career various individual work. The second is digital HR tools for a transparency. Implement a digital uh, platforms like AS, SAP, success factor and changing transparency. It's a trust and essential given to reason employees to protest over the bonus and fairness. And also transparency took a tool that clarify how the rating and reward system its work, and also improve the employee buy-in. So second one is a quarterly review and continuous feedback. So moving to the form annually, quarter review and enabling performance adjustment. Also proactive by developing dialogues and also prevent the surprise at year-end evaluation. The leading and improve the employee engagement, continuous feedback, promoting a real-time communication. The last one is global mentorship and also establish a cross-country mentorship program and support to have a knowledge transparency and so culture. So moving to the international training development, we can approach a global LMS with the localization so it can improve the quality of training while the localization respect, and also religion, different language, culture, business practices, and more. This also approach the training quality scenes between the country like South Korea and Brazil. So a second one is a KPI tracking. KPI ensure the training to inverse to transparent, measurable business outcome like improve the employee performance and also lower turnover with the such as a metrics like Samsung risk spending source on the program with the unknown effectiveness. The last one is alignment and also feedback. Tailoring the training organization prioritize and also local needs, strength, and relevant to learner engagement. Continuous feedback loop evaluation ensure the programs is evaluating based on the participant also experience, increase the effectiveness of an ROI and over time. Next, Dayang.
Okay, thank you, Pony. So now we move to the critical evaluation through legal and ethical consideration in global HRM. So to conduct a global human resource management effectively, Samsung needs to navigate a multiple labor law and regulation with great cautions. So the company needs to follow employment rules that differ substantially across different countries. So different employment standards exist between the countries because they features specific agreement about the minimum wage rates and employee benefits together with the various time and restrictions. Okay, so Samsung needs to show the rigorous attentions to the addressing sensitive labor problems, including child labor along with forced labor, as well as the workplace discriminations. So the company uses multiple compliance programs together with audits to check the standard implementation throughout its worldwide. We move to the ethical considerations. So basically, the international workforce of Samsung represent a different cultures and norms. So the company has to deal with the ethical situation from a divergent cultural settings. So the employees at every level must receive equitable treatments from the company throughout their interaction with the organizations. So Samsung actively supports corporate social responsibility initiative through which the organization works through, which to build ethical business practices in its workplace. So their program established a lasting business operation that serve their staff members and support local communities. Moreover, its supply chains continues to face ongoing ethical problems, mainly related to the working condition that exists in its production facilities. So the unethical labor practices along with the harsh workplace setting produce a damaging effect to the company's reputations alongside opening its social responsibility stance. So now we move to the recommendation.
Okay. Thank you, Dayang. The first recommendation is strengthen regional leadership pipelines and reduce reliance on expatriate control, which is, for example, Samsung can launch Global Local Leaders Program, which is called as GLLP, aimed at identifying and fast tracking high potential employees from regional officers into leadership positions. This program would include structured development tracks, regional leadership mentors, international exchange opportunities, and also localization metrics. And I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Herniyanti. So for my recommendation for this assignment is, there are a few recommendations, but I will keep it short to save time. So invest in rigorous training in cultural awareness for employees with host-country national, which means first, Samsung should train employees on local custom and communication style. Next, they should hire a host country national for local knowledge and use expertise for global experience, and provide expertise with support like training and education help. And the next is robust diversity and inclusion initiative, which means creating programs that focus on attracting underrepresented talent will help Samsung build more diverse workforce. And investment in AI-driven recruitment technology, which is introducing AI tool for resume screening, candidate matching, and video interview can streamline the recruitment process. And the last one is continuous employee engagement and retention program, which is regular employee engagement survey help identify key factors like satisfaction and morale. Acting on the feedback can improve retention and leading to a more committed and productive workforce. So I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. So moving to the fourth recommendation is a use continuous feedback tool, CFS. So it's an implant of continuous feedback system to encourage ongoing dialogue between employees and manager, and also it's help to promoting a real-time performance discussion. So and also this also approach help the employees to stay aligned with the organization goals and also exchanging the feedback. So moving to the second recommendation is a mentor programs. Pair a junior with seniors to have a mentor programship like discussion also and this way it can help to have a promote cross culture and understanding, and also it's help to develop their career development, and also to gain a benefit for both sides, and also they can exchange their knowledge and above. Next, Dayang.
Okay, thank you, Pony. So for the next recommendation is the leading approaches and identifying potential areas for continuous evolutions. For example, Google and Apple, among others, multinational companies have built a flexible workplace system that utilizes advanced human resources analytics to develop personalized employee engagement programs. So the implementation of the integrated digital HR platform alongside employee feedback system by Samsung will strengthen its corporate practices by following the modern global business competition models. Next is the digital solution to anticipate the response effectively. For example, depending on the markets that emerge from implementing on a global HR analytics system, Samsung might be in a position to link performance and HR-related skill gap across the regional markets more swiftly to allow for intervention that can be better support management decisions. Number 3 is the established HR function that reinforce the culture, innovation, and continuous improvements. For examples, this should also consider establishing a global HR innovation lab dedicated to engaging emerging HR technologies and engaging in partnership with external academic partnerships and HR think tanks, such as strategic innovative not only for the enables across industry benchmarking, but it also allows the Samsung to monitor and anticipate HR changes that will emerge with changing workforce dynamic, emerging geopolitical risks, and evolving technology. Now I pass to the next members.
Sorry. Siapa yang baca conclusion?
HERNIYANTI.
Oh, iya kah? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. So, the last part is conclusion. For the conclusion, Samsung's ability to remain a global market leader depends not only on technological innovation, but also on how well it its people across cultural boundaries. Samsung approach leadership development, communication, and also decision making. It must empower local leaders, create inclusive platform for cross-cultural exchange, and build HR system that support both global integration and local responsiveness. So that's all from us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.